Hello and welcome to this week's Monkey Nut Punch podcast with me, your fabulous host Gareth, and Keith. Just Keith.
He gets away with that for one more week because then I can just do that and he'll feel it.
Yeah.
It'll have to be nice next week. Oh, that's going to work.
I've been rude to your face plenty of times. You know that, don't you?
True. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just, it's been a week. Been a fun week.
Yeah, been there too.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I was coming or going this week, but it looks like I'm coming.
Oh, good.
So, but yes. Anyway, seen anything good?
Episode 69 about Star Galactica was really good. That was really good when they explained the final five Cylons. Yeah, that's about it really. I watched some other stuff. I watched The Boys. I started watching Daredevil. I think I fell asleep and missed most of it. I'll be completely honest with you. Invincible I missed that, which was really annoying.
Daredevil was marginally better this week. Marginally better. He does have a showdown with Kingpin at the end of it, which is, if you've missed that, it's probably worth watching again.
Okay.
I mean, they've all but confirmed that Luke Cage is back next because Jessica Jones has got a daughter who, spoiler, right, if you've never read the comics, is Luke Cage's daughter. And in this, it looks like she's Luke Cage's daughter. So I'm assuming that Thingy will be back. It was marginally better because it had her in it. So there was a little bit more action. But we'll go into that in the reviews. Hey, Laurie.
Oh, Laurie here. Oh, cool.
She's the first in. Now that that is a proper gold star. Well done.
Yeah. Definitely gold star this. Anyway, so yeah, we got some stories for you. We'll talk about some bits. Okay, anything else we can talk about rather than the Daredevil and the Boys? Anything nice that you've watched that you want to talk about?
I'm still really enjoying the stuff on Apple TV. Monarch season 2 has been quite entertaining. So I am genuinely enjoying the stuff on that. So yeah, I can wax lyrical about that quite a lot. I've been watching other stuff, but it's kind of not like this one. I watch like Race Around the World, so I'm into that. I always watch that, and I watched a few other bits, but yeah, not stuff for this podcast.
All right, well, let's get on with our first news story.
Well.
Dead or alive, they're trying to drag RoboCop back onto the streets again. The original Branding the Comics piece says that Amazon has finally greenlit a new RoboCop series, which is a kind of a headline that makes old school fans sit upright and go, "Oh, how the fuck are you going to ruin this?" The good news is it doesn't appear to be. Oh my god, that's a bit bollocks. The good news is that there does not appear to be a real movement. Doesn't appear to be any real movement. Fucking hell, doesn't make any sense. The less exciting truth about the article is it's not built on official Amazon announcements. Basically, it's repackaging an Angler report about Amazon's MGM's new bosses greenlighting a reboot that had already been in development. So yes, something is happening, but not yet. Prime Video unveils the future of RoboCop with a glossy key art and dramatic siren thing. It's not. I think I've got this down. What's this rated? This story rated as? This is rated as certain-ish. That's what's rated as.
I saw
certain.
it in a couple of things, and we talked about this a while back. So I'd heard it had been greenlit, and when that popped up on Bounding into Comics, I thought, okay, we'll cover it.
Okay. So it
But
originally came from an Angler article. So from angler.com. That's it, really. Peter Freeland is remaking Amazon, remaking. Anyway, yeah, it's all fun and games.
leave it alone. I mean, they've tried remaking the film once, and it did have the guy from that Netflix thing in it, and
he was terrible.
Yes,
he was fucking terrible. Sorry, Peter
Yeah.
Weller. If you heard the extent that Peter Weller went to for that part, yeah, he was like he visited factories around the world. He saw how robots were actually being used. He then went to a movement specialist from his drama school, and he got him to turn around and goes, right, I've got to be a robot. I've got to move like this. And they choreographed a load of stuff. And then they got the costume, and he couldn't fucking move in the costume. And there's a great story that Peter Weller tells about how he brought his guy down who was like a World War II vet. And it was it literally was, I think it was the weekend before shooting. Yeah, so it was the weekend before the first shooting that they were going to do for the thingy. And the guy, he looks at him and says, look, you can't do any of this. All this stuff has to go. You just have to have the metal armor for the arms, for the chest piece, for the legs, but you can't have, like, make the other bits like rubber to make it work. Anyway, he turns around and goes, Peter Weller goes, oh, this is not good. He goes, well, it's like this. He goes, the special effects guy is upset because he spent a lot of time and effort on that thing and it didn't work. And he's been told to go and redo it again. Yeah. And goes, the producer's upset because he is, this is one of his first films that he's doing, and he can't have it be a complete disaster. And the director's upset because he's Dutch. I love that. Just like kind of this guy, because he's fucking Dutch. That's why. But saying that, it was good. I think what they're looking at, this is the funny thing. It comes from fucking Amazon of all companies, is the angle that are going to go down. And it's quite a rightful angle to go down with RoboCop is the evil corporation angle. Yeah? There's the joke, the meme about RoboCop, is a guy who died on his job and his company resurrected him to carry on his job. Yeah? Just imagine that. You die and then you wake up and you're half cyborg and you're still having to do the same fucking work. It fits with the kind of way that people are seeing the world at the moment, but I can feel them trying to cram as much modern day bullshit into it and not talk about the story and not kind of go into the kind of humanity of it. Because there's two ways you can do it. You can do it into a procedural cop show with RoboCop. You can do that. Yeah, procedural cop. That would work. 22 episodes, that would work. Or you can do it, you're going down the evil corporation line along with what it is to be human. Yeah, which will also work. Smart person would try and mix all three together. It's a procedural cop show, and the kind of overall kind of story arc that takes us through it would be those two things. But I got a feeling it's just going to be crammed full of aren't corporations evil en masse, and I don't think that's going to work.
Mega corporation.
Yeah, from Amazon.
A mega corporation.
And it's ironic because OCP, it's like they got involved in certain things, and one of them's space travel. It's like things that weren't really profitable, and it's like space travel, and it's like,
Well, it's all right. They screwed up this week, so they've been grounded at the moment, which is interesting. But I mean, they did a RoboCop TV series before. This is not the first time.
They did it in the 90s, if I remember correctly. I remember watching it on Saturday morning on ITV. Wasn't that bad. He had an AI companion that would pop up, a bit like Al from Quantum Leap. That wasn't too bad. You can make it work, but I don't know if you've got the people around who can make it work, if that makes any sense. Because I would be picking like sci-fi writer, veteran sci-fi writer, veteran police drama writer, and just get them all together in a room. So it's like, right, sci-fi person, you explain concept, and bloody criminal person here, make it work. That's what I'd be doing, but I don't think they'll be doing that. I think they'll get a load of wet behind the ears, lots of daddy issues, fucking Hollywood writers in the room, and it'll be shit.
I don't quite understand why they're doing it. I mean, RoboCop was a great satire, um, and I'm not sure this is the age for that. Why don't you do something else with AI and do something new with that? Um, do a satire on that. The trouble is, America is so invested in AI, it's ridiculous. I still do not get this obsession with AI. I mean, it is, but it is interesting what's happening there as well at the moment. But I'm not holding out hope. Again, it is becoming very apparent that Hollywood is running out of ideas, or they haven't got people that can come up with good ideas.
No,
Which is why I suppose
the long short of it is people who come up with bad ideas, yeah. And what we're finding is they take one of our franchises, Witcher, for example, yeah, and they crowbar their idea into The Witcher, and it's like the reason your idea never worked and The Witcher was going to work was the fact that this is established people like this, and you gutted it. And I'm worried that they're just going to gut RoboCop so they can fill it full of one of their shit ideas.
I think people are waking up to this. I think quietly people are waking up to this. There is quiet but consistent discourse about the boys now, coming from more sort of normal mainstream media points. I mean, it is slightly on the nose at the moment, the boys. I mean, you couldn't really make this shit up if you tried. That it is totally sort of in line with, well, it echoes what, modern day events. But I think people are waking up to that. So I'm quite, Starfleet Academy got cancelled after 2 seasons. Reportedly, there was a meeting between, if it is true, no one's denying it, no one's confirming it, that William Shatner and several other old school Star Trek actors basically tore into the Academy, not going, what are you doing? But whether that is true or not, but whilst I absolutely and totally agree with your cynicism about this, and would not be surprised if you're right, I hope that the tide has changed.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. As I said, I'd be getting in the police procedural drama people and some science fiction people, mixing them together.
Yeah, I think you could. I think you could do something with AI that's not RoboCop, that's original. I think you can. I think there's something there. Let's stop recycling and labeling things because it was a successful thing back in the 90s. Because you did that with Star Trek. You bought Star Trek, and then the people that loved it, you didn't make it for. So what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
I mean, you did that way too much with Star Trek, and you're paying the price.
Yeah.
It was a season 4 trailer of Strange New Worlds. It looks even worse than season 3.
Oh dear. All right then. I think we should move on. We'll have this one.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Well, here we go again. The Gina Carano discourse has kicked the saloon doors open, and this time the hook is maybe Cara June is back on the table. The original Screen Rant story pushes that angle hard, framing that Carano is seemingly in talks for a Star Wars comeback after her Disney Lucasfilm lawsuit was settled. The reason this has any oxygen at all is that there are 2 real things that happened. Lucasfilm settled settlement statements Settlement statements say that it wanted to identify future opportunities to work with her, and Carano said she'd later have a friendly Zoom call with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. That's enough to start speculations, but it's not enough to say that there'll be a return.
But
it doesn't matter. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Seriously.
It's an interesting one, because I think Jon Favreau was about as outspoken as he could be at the time, and you definitely got the hint that he wasn't happy with what happened to her. I mean, Filoni's Filoni, but it's interesting that now that Kathleen Kennedy's gone and Dipstick's gone from Disney, that this has come up. She's tweeted, by the way, hinting at this. I mean, it is amusing that her lawsuit was settled, which means that there was enough of a case there that Disney, if Disney settled, there was enough of a case that she might have won that in open court. So Disney chose to settle. That is an interesting one, because let's face it, she was unfairly fired. And again, won't be the first time Disney's fired somebody and then brought them back again. So
it's right. So Star Wars is crap.
Yes.
Having your name attached to Star Wars is crap. I imagine that before, so during the Phantom Menace to Sith era, if you're a Hollywood actor and you asked to do Star Wars, the answer was yes. Yeah. When the first, the first sequel trilogy film came out, the answer was yes. When the second one came out, the answer was yes. And when the third one came out, the answer was, oh, do I have to? And it's been like that for fucking ages, yeah? I know you are a big fan of the little green shit and the
I'm
guy
not a
in the
big
tin
fan
armor.
of him. I didn't like season 3 at all. I didn't like most of Boba Fett. I have really... The trailer was quite good to Mandalorian and to Grogu, even though they used word art. Very good. Very, but it's too little too late, I think. I mean, we'll talk a little bit more about on the news. I am not a big fan of Grogu. I don't hate him like you do, but I wasn't a big fan. The only thing that I've really enjoyed, as I said, is Andor, really. And it's funny how Andor making videos keep popping up, and Andor clip videos keep popping up in my YouTube feed. That people are still watching that back, and people are still discovering Andor. I mean, there's stories coming out at the moment that the Acolyte's back in Disney's top 10. Really? What's Disney launched recently?
I think that's your customized feed, because I've been getting Battlestar Galactica videos.
Possibly. But I haven't watched Andor for a while. But I don't believe that Acolyte is in, and even if it is in the top 10, that just means there's nothing else. What has actually launched on Disney Plus recently? We haven't had anything. So
we've had Daredevil board again.
So we haven't had anything.
That's not Star Wars. It's oh no, Maul. The Maul thing came out.
I haven't watched that.
I bet you didn't even know it was fucking on.
I did know. I just haven't bothered with it.
See, that's the attitude at the moment for most of the Star Wars fan. Is like, I can't be bothered. Yeah, unless something kind of epic is going to happen. Yeah, it's not. It's dead as a fucking doornail. It's not. This Grogu thing is going to do better than Solo, but worse than the last sequel trilogy film, Rise of Skywalker.
Oh yeah,
that's my prediction. Yeah, it'll do better than that, but less than that.
I don't know, you know, because season 3 did a lot of damage. Season 3 was terrible. I mean, it was more of what's her face than it was of the bloody Mandalorian. And you know what? There is what's his face fatigue as well. So I don't know on that. You know, there doesn't seem to be. No,
it doesn't help that character has turned into a little shit. That character has turned into a little shit. He's been a little shit for a while, but he's really a little shit now.
I think the first few days of it's not going. I think its opening weekend isn't going to be all that stellar. But if I'm right, and there's a whole Luke Skywalker fucking thing in there, and people get that, then more people are going to see it.
Oh, on a good news, because Kathleen Kennedy's gone, they started putting original trilogy people in Galaxy's Edge.
I know.
So you've got Leia, Luke, and someone else. Oh, I can't remember. Not Vader. It's not Vader.
I tell you, I was in a restaurant in Bangkok today, and we were sitting next to this family, and Len was talking to this little shy kid. And as the father got up, I'd seen he was wearing this dark blue shirt, and it had a pattern on it. Right? And as he's got up and walked right next to me, it's lots of little Darth Vaders, and I suddenly realised, that is a cool shirt. And he was like, Star Wars, I love Star Wars. I was like, awesome. You didn't know it from far, but when you see like lots of little Darth Vaders, I was like, that's a cool shirt. But yeah, no, you're right. Again, they are filling with other things. I personally think there is going to be a Luke Skywalker thing in The Mandalorian. I like what's the face who plays the female Mandalorian as an actress, as a person. I didn't like her in this. They overused her. Her character in the Clone Wars and Rebels was way more interesting than she was in this. I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure. I will go back to saying about what's her face though coming back. Gina Carano. I can kind of understand why she might want to reappear, not because she thinks it's any good, but it is kind of vindication. It is to say, right, you know, and that will clear her. That will be a big fuck you to all those people that gave her shit. And she is that type of person. I mean, look, if they're going to pay her money to appear back, you know, take it to the bank. Take it to the bank. Fuck them. They were wrong.
That's to be honest, that's what I say about the black actor playing Snake. Make sure you get a fucking good payday out of it, because it's not going to help you.
True.
Right, let's move on to our next story. Oh, look.
Say, hold up, wait a minute.
Right, let's fire up the annual Star Wars retconning of the sequels alarm and immediately check whether anyone's actually touched the button. The original Screen Rant piece argues that The Mandalorian and Grogu could be Star Wars' first step to retconning the sequel trilogy. It's not fucking happening. Which is a fun headline and a very online phrase, but evidence underneath is softer than we would like. What the official material actually confirms is that Din and Grogu are working for the fledgling New Republic against scattered Imperial warlords, which actually adds up to the context of the galaxy and how things work, going towards the sequel era chaos. But add context and retcon to the sequel are not the same thing. I've heard this fucking story loads. I really have. Yeah. I heard this before the Rise of Skywalker. I heard this with Luke Skywalker coming back in The Mandalorian. I heard this with the Ahsoka, I think it was. Ahsoka was going to do something along those lines too. And then we got some rock that was going to pilot a spaceship. And then we got the Acolyte. And then that little green ship became more and more annoying. And it's not fucking happening, no matter how hard we want it, yeah? No matter how many times you pray to your little Star Wars shrine, it ain't fucking happening. All right?
I agree with you. By the way, I included it in here so that we could say that.
Bollocks the article.
I think it's the one thing. It was a slow news week, so I was kind of like just putting stuff in that we could rant about. I do. It's funny how the one point that you make is that you've heard this so many times, which shows a big desire. It's a bit like that whole secret episode of Stranger Things, because people couldn't hack the ending because it was so lame. And again, studios, take note.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
I know what this is. You know what this is. It's obvious what it is. This is fucking marketing. It's got nothing to do with retconning thingy. It's got everything to do with the fact that Mandalorian and Grogu, people have looked at it and gone, that's a nice trailer. I don't think I'm up for that film. I've kind of gone off the little green guy, yeah? And the enthusiasm isn't there. So what are people enthusiastic about? Get rid of that fucking trilogy. They're more enthusiastic about getting rid of that trilogy than they are of their latest film. They need this to get eyeballs on their new film, which isn't going to fucking happen. Yeah, they're sitting there. Oh, look. If it's popular, if it makes $1 billion worldwide, we'll cancel the sequel trilogy. We won't, but we'll pretend to cancel the sequel. That's what they're doing. That's all this is. This is just a blatant thing. I know when my chain is being yanked now. I really know when my chain's being yanked, and this is yanking my fucking chain. Oh
yeah.
God, I've made you quiet. That means my
no, I think you're absolutely right. No, but I think it is true that they are playing into the desire because the desire is real. I agree with you. It probably is a marketing story, but it's funny how what we would call mainstream media is now saying this. I mean, what I do not get is how. Why don't these studios? Why doesn't Disney just admit it and deal with it? Why? I mean,
as I think we said more than one time on this fucking podcast, they need to go down the Old Republic route. Start with a whole new trilogy. Seriously, start with a whole new trilogy. Yeah, do Darth Nihilus and Darth not Plagueis, the other one. Oh, I can't remember his name. He's got a fucking big steel thing around his face. Go down to that era, yeah? You can get 3 films out of that era easy, yeah? If you do it right. You can do that. And you can create a whole new thing. And if you're very clever with it, and I'll be honest with you, I would be paying the writers for that $1 million fucking dollars for each script. That's $3 million just for the fucking scripts.
You could do Plagueis. You could do Sidious. You could do... I mean, I know. I'm going to say this word. You could do the Old Republic. I agree with you. You could also do prequels. Tell a proper decent story of how Palpatine became Palpatine. Even, I mean, something. I mean, but I again, unlike Star Trek, I don't see Star Wars surviving. I love those. I love the original 3. I appreciate the prequels far more. I love Rebels. To a certain extent, I like the Clone Wars. I love Clone Wars Season 7. That was masterful thing. I have not watched The Bad Batch. And I haven't watched a lot of the other things. The first Jedi Tales was pretty good because it gave us... It gave us a few sort of interesting prequels and Ahsoka's beginnings as well, which was quite good. I mean, Ahsoka Season 2 is only around the corner. And it could be cool. I don't think it's going to be, but it could be. It has the potential to be cool because of what they're doing. But I think they'll fuck it up because Filoni just can't do live action. So that doesn't fill me with a lot of thing. But I stand by that. I think you can save Star Trek. I don't think you can save Star Wars because Star Trek has more of an array of central hero characters, if that makes sense. In the fact that it's got it had five technically, distinct crews, but you could come back with that. You could do something with Star Trek if it's done right. I'm not sure about Star Wars. I'm not.
No.
I'm not sure about who either. But somebody did say something to the other day, and I just went, I'd like to see that. Somebody said the other day, Alan Davis as Doctor Who, and I went, that could work.
No, that's
actually,
not that's an article. I think that
I know. I don't believe it. If somebody's suggesting it,
that was from 2004.
That would have worked. That was
from 2004, and it was a joke about the fact that Russell T Davies was going to make Doctor Who gay. He didn't do it that turn, but he did it later on. He really fucking did. Because it was hello Doctor Who.
Do you know what's really funny? We are now near enough into May. Nothing's been filmed. Nothing's been mentioned. No sets have been built. I don't think we're getting a Christmas special. I don't think it's happening. Because usually by now the Christmas special's been shot. I don't think it's happening. Unless they are... I don't think it's happening. I don't think they've got the money to do Doctor Who. I think the BBC well and truly screwed it. And I don't think Amazon or Netflix are that interested. Interesting. That's okay. No mention of it. Usually by now we'd be getting like rumours. Nothing. Nada.
Okay. We'll figure it out. They got plenty of time. They can film it in fucking September and have it ready for Christmas. You know that, don't you?
No, they can't. It takes quite a lot of post production to do all the effects. It takes a lot of time to do a lot of CGI. Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It's not like the US. That's why they were making a season in advance and like a year in advance. Like most seasons of Doctor Who were shot a year before they were aired, sometimes even longer, because of post production on them. Post production and production times on like 8 episodes of Doctor Who. They were filming that fucking shit for 7 months.
But that's one episode. It's just one feature length episode. It doesn't take that long.
Post production doesn't take that.
You
would have thought they would be shooting by now, because usually they take 6 months, especially with composing and Murray Gold and everything else. Like, you would be hearing things by now. I mean, the script
doesn't take that long. Seriously, it doesn't take that long. Really, it doesn't. It used to. Well, it doesn't now. I'll tell you about
AI.
No, it's not AI.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, yeah. Mostly to do with some new tools they've got, which I've seen in person, which are really cool. Well, because of Kathleen Kennedy.
Women, know your limits.
Wow, that's one hell of a press release from Vought. One spin-off gets shoved out an airlock, the other one gets a shiny new date and a confident little wave from the corridor. The original deadline, I can't speak this week. The deadline story says that Gen V is done after season 2, but the wider boys machine is not slowing down at all. Vought Rising is now confirmed for a 2027 launch, and the boys season 5 is already airing, and the producers are keen to tell the fans that the Godolkin kids are not being thrown into the bin just yet. So yes, this is bad news for Gen V as a standalone show, but also Amazon's very clear at saying we are trimming the universe, not shutting down the lab. The Boys is one of the biggest fucking disappointments on TV. That's it. So instead of thumbing its nose like it should do at celebrity culture and this kind of cultish behavior behind superheroes, which was Garth Ennis's original thing, because he hates fucking superheroes. He really does. Yeah. Instead of doing that and just thumbing your nose up to that, they ruined the fucking story. They ruined Butcher, even though I love fucking Carl Urban. I can hear him say cunt all fucking day because he makes it sound amusing. I think that they have absolutely fucking royally screwed this. This current season doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. It's just like it feels like a fetch quest. Get this item, now get this item, now get this item, now get this item. Really shoddily written together. I do appreciate the fact that Anthony Starr went, no, I'm fucking done. No more. Yeah, and I do appreciate the fact that he said that. And he's quite right too. And he's great because he'll better pick something up for playing this part. Don't like the way it's just turned into the same shitty political allegory that they're using fucking everywhere when it had a really good story as it was. Yeah, there are bits that they cut out of the film. Yeah, there's a reason that the CIA used the boys to keep the soups under control is because one day, yeah, the Seven got into a bit of an argument with the US Army. Yeah, and they killed everyone in the base and they painted a hangar red with their blood. Yeah, and that's when the CIA went, we need to take these fuckers down. And that's when they employed Billy Butcher and his crew to take out superheroes, which you should be doing like every other episode. Yeah, that's what you should be doing, taking down a superhero that's out of control every other episode on behalf of the CIA. And I don't get they done that. They didn't do the thing with fucking Lamplighter. They didn't do the thing with Black Noir. They took it quite literally, thinking the guy was black and not just an enigma of sort that should have been revealed right towards the end.
But that's because
they're not going to get the. Sorry.
God, no, you're right. It's because the guy behind it is who says there's nothing wrong with being woke.
He is more like fucking Trump than he realizes.
Yes.
He is really like, he believes his own fucking press. That's the first thing. That's what Trump. That's what one thing that Trump does. He believes his own fucking press, and that's one thing that kind of pisses me off about him. And this is the same thing with fucking Eric Kripke and most of these fucking things. And it's something that they have in common, but they don't realize it.
Gen V was more watchable actually than The Boys in many ways. It was less on the nose than The Boys. It was less wokey pokey than The Boys. Those characters were actually quite interesting. And actually season two was all right. It was watchable. It wasn't like amazing, but it was watchable. But again, I think you're going to be fucked, Amazon, after season 5. No one is enjoying season 5 of The Boys. If you think that that this Vought Rising is going to do anything in 2027, it really isn't. People are done with it. People are done with shit TV. People are done with shit TV.
It's annoying because you got Jensen Ackles in there as a character, Soldier Boy. He's the only thing about the series that I'm enjoying at the moment.
Oh, he's
better than Homelander.
Yes, he's more interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are going to turn up in The Boys at some point. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm with you in the fact that I can listen to Carl, saying the word cunt all the time, but that's all he does now. That's all he does. Cunt this, cunt that, right? You fucking kill him, cunt. I mean, that's all he does. There's no actual writing around him.
If I met him in real life, yeah, I would have him turn around and deliver a message to someone.
Oh, me, please.
It would be just record just fuck off, you cunt, like that. Yeah, that's what it would be.
I'll take that.
Because it's very fucking shallow, yeah. But saying that, I can watch it but more than I can watch fucking Daredevil.
Sure, this is an interesting one because I've been watching people debate this. I would say actually this week I enjoyed the episode of Daredevil more than I enjoyed The Boys. But I think that's because actually Jessica Jones was back, so I went to watch that. a bit, and they've done something interesting with her. And actually, the showdown with Kingpin at the end was pretty good. Except they used CGI for one of the moves, and it's obviously CGI. Whereas, when it was Netflix, it was all real. But that was quite. It's probably the best episode since the Bank episode.
Yeah.
Because you quite enjoyed the Bank episode.
Right, so the thing I liked about the Bank episode, and I think it was a fucking missed opportunity. You should have put that one out before you put the series out to get everyone into it. If you'd have done that, that would have been a perfect fucking warm up there. People would have gone, because it didn't have Daredevil in it. Yeah, it had Matt Murdock in it, and he was trying to do that. And the whole thing with superheroes trying to stop bank robberies is like a big trope. Yeah, and that missed opportunity there. It's just. You missed your chance, guys.
I think I enjoyed Daredevil more this week than I did The Boys.
But I know they killed Vanessa off finally.
Yeah, she did. So it was the reaction to that. It was just.
We are supposed to be talking about this as one of our points later. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, well,
and we've talked about most of it.
Yeah. Let's get on to the last news story. Or was that the last news story?
No. You're right. There's one more news story.
All right, Gold Member. Don't play the laughing boy. There are only two things I can't stand in this world. People who are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch.
And people who lose their fucking show notes because they fucking scrolled off. Superman sequel, blah blah blah. Right, sorry. Let me go into my up and straight into production schedule. Man of Tomorrow is no longer James Gunn talking vaguely about the next Superman film, like doodling in the margins of a notebook. The original Variety article says that the sequel has started filming, and on that part, the article is standing on very solid ground. Gunn himself has signaled that the movie is now shooting too. The images he shared points to a pretty hard at two things fans will instantly obsess over. Lex Luthor is still behind bars, and Brainiac is lurking all over the visual language on the sets teased. That said, the really fun narrative stuff, what's happening on the chessboard, how Lex fits in, how much Brainiac will be being used, is still up for speculation. But the closest we got to Brainiac in any of the films was in Superman 3, and it was one of the fucking scariest bits in it where the woman falls into the fucking machine. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Because that was supposed to be Brainiac, that machine.
Yes.
But he couldn't have an alien fucking thing that steals planets and whatnot. It'll fit in with the Supergirl film that no one's going to watch.
No. And I don't think anybody's going to watch this either. I don't think this is going to do as well as the first one. The first one is a mess of a film. I think Supergirl is going to be a mess of a film. And I think this is probably going to be a mess of a film unless the studio's gone, be less James Gunn.
We can't have James Gunn's Superman. We need Superman, if you don't mind, James.
Yeah, the thing is, he was quite good as Superman. But I'm sorry, I am really fucked off, and they don't seem to be fixing it. The whole changing his entire backstory and turning his parents evil. I am. Yeah. What the fuck? I mean, just what the fuck? And you haven't fixed that, and it might be that you do fix it, but it's too late. I'm sorry, I stand by. I've watched it a few times. It is an absolute fucking mess of a film. And I don't know how that edit ever got put out. How that got past testing, I do not know. Because most people think it's a mess of a fucking film. And it didn't do that well at the cinemas. That being said, I did like him as Superman. And when he was saving people, I liked that. Like you. I liked him saving a dog. I liked him saving a squirrel. I liked him saving a little girl. I liked all that. I liked the fact that he was, like Superman should be, a bit sort of like farm boy in Metropolis. We saw next to nothing of Clark Kent in this, which was shit. We barely saw anything of the sort of like, you know, stuff going on at the Daily Planet. And then, you know, Lois was the actress was great to play Lois Lane, but she was a bit too girl boss. Lois
Lane is a bit fucking bossy. That is one of her characters. That is one of her characteristics.
But she was a bit too girl boss, like being able to. I get it, but being able to fly the ship straight away and all that bullshit. And I found Jimmy Olsen horrible. I get the Jimmy Olsen bit. That was a bit. I found that a bit odd. I know what they were trying to do, but it didn't work. So a lot of it. This movie doesn't. The movie didn't work, but I did like the Superman. I did like Superman in it. I appreciated that James Gunn stole the idea from the boys, because at least somebody fucking did it. Even though I predicted it when I saw it, I was like, I know what this is.
Oh, because we know how the boys works, we knew that was where that was going. Because Ultraman is Superman from the evil dimension with the syndicate of bastards.
Yeah,
they're not called the syndicate of bastards, but we're going to call them the syndicate of bastards because it's just easier. The crime syndicate, I think it was. But yes, it's one of those things. I will probably go and watch it because I liked that Superman film. I liked it more than I did Fantastic Four. We're talking more about this than we are talking about Fantastic Four. Yeah, true. And I think my biggest problem with the Fantastic Four is one, sending a pregnant woman into space in Danger's way. Yeah, don't like that idea. Really gets on my tits. And Pedro Pascal. Enough said. Come on, if we'd have swapped, right? If you'd have had David Cornsweat play Mr. Fantastic and Pedro Pascal play Superman with mustache, yeah, you know which film I'd pick? I'd pick the fucking Fantastic Four.
Pedro Pascal was massively miscast in that role.
He's massively miscast in everything. It's like Mandalorian, not supposed to remove his helmet. He wants his fucking helmet removed, yeah? What do you call it? He plays a character not supposed to have a fucking mustache, yeah? I'm keeping the mustache. It's like, fuck off. There's a door. Fuck off. I don't want you around. He's not even that good an actor. He's just, No, he's not even that good an actor. I think I could probably put like 3 or 4 television actors much better than him. Even Australian actors. That's a fucking load.
Look, he was. I mean, in the Fantastic Four, he wasn't well cast. There are many people out there that could have been a much better. Well, what's his face? For instance, the guy that was in the 4th film as Richard Reed, which is what everybody wanted. He should have been Richard Reed. He should have been John Krasinski, isn't it? His name is. Married to Emily Blunt.
Would have been better. Emily Blunt would have also made a really good Sue Storm, and they wouldn't have to worry about on-screen chemistry. They got it in real life.
True.
Could have killed 2 birds with 1 stone there. Just have to find someone to look after the kids. But hey ho, it's terrible. Man Tomorrow, Brainiac. It would be nice to see Brainiac. That's one character I don't think has been done justice. As I said, the closest we got to Brainiac was the creepy computer thing in Superman 3.
The problem I have is I think had Peacemaker season 2 been good, I might be feeling a bit more optimistic about this. But I haven't enjoyed his DC universe. The Green Lanterns look shit.
Yeah,
because they didn't even show the Green Lantern. Supergirl.
It's Guardians of the Galaxy Supergirl featuring James Gunn without James Gunn. James Gunn's Supergirl featuring James Gunn.
I cannot get excited about this. Although you're right, seeing Brainiac would be cool. But I mean, didn't they deny it was going to be Brainiac? And now it's fucking obvious that it's Brainiac.
It needs to be fucking. We need. That's one of Superman's biggest villains, along with Doomsday, haven't seen properly on the screen. is Brainiac.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I mean properly on screen, because there's been some portrayals that have all been shit.
True.
It's music. What does the music mean, Keith?
It means that Nigel, 7 years old, drove this shit picture of it. No, sorry.
No. We need to show a picture and sit there and say Nigel, 40 years old, from London or southeast of England, did this. Actually, saying that, maybe we should ask people to send in their drawings.
That would be fun.
Hi, Laurie.
We've already said it once,
yes.
but hi, Laurie.
Oh, no, we're going through I'm going through the comments one at a time. And then Chuck was late. So yes, unfortunately you get silver. Updating mic 3. DJI mic 3. I've got DJI mic 2 in the kitchen downstairs.
Did you buy mic 2
week.
or mic minis?
I have no fucking idea. I'm going to go and check. I'll show you after.
How much
when
do
we finish, I'll run down.
How much do they cost? Like 60 quid? 70 quid?
50.
Mic minis.
Okay.
They're very good.
Idea.
They're very good. We were talking about it yesterday because I said if you don't buy them, I'll pick them up. I might pick them up anyway. They're like 50 quid and they are very good. So, yeah. There you go.
Angel's here too, who I was streaming with on Friday. No, the worst fucking game to stream where you can't scream or make loud noises. We were. Oh, look, my wife's brought up the box. She didn't brought up the thing. I got one at...
It's a mic minis.
Very
nice.
Yeah, mic minis.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Mic mini too. Yeah, so, no, we're streaming on the worst game to stream. Yes, RoboCop. The old one, the first film is one of the classic films of all times. Yep. They could do something, but I don't know. Another Chuck Dirty laugh. What was he laughing at?
Probably something I said.
I don't know. Just started following Trisha Helfer on Instagram. And I'll leave it at that. Not all US citizens love AI. Yeah, I know that some of them especially hate it because it sucks away the fresh water. So it puts your fucking water bill up. Then it turns around and sucks away the electricity. And you wind up subsidizing a fucking AI data center for electricity.
This will give you an idea of what AI has done, right? So I bought a load of new hardware for my company, and I got quotes in December. And I decided to go with a particular company that I used to use 15 years ago because it was really, really fucking good. And they were $5,000 cheaper than a like-for-like replacement for what I already had. They've let me down multiple times. They've delayed. So I went, okay, has Dell got any stock? The same device that I was quoted at 60 grand in December. Do you want to have a guess how much the quote I got through yesterday on Friday was for? Same 92. Device. Add another 25 on top of that, and you're about right.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this. I am being very generalistic in what I'm saying, but it seems that all the Americans that work for us are in love with AI, and I'm having arguments, and I do feel that this. As a country, you're embracing AI more than we are. Put it that way.
Yeah. The problem is AI feels like the new streaming thing. The only use AI is to me to make silly pictures and help me figure out my thermostat.
I was thinking of using it to make a picture of me winning a big box of Lego and showing it to my wife. Look, I won it in a competition.
I don't think that will work.
She can't spot AI pictures, trust me. She keeps sending me AI videos. She's going, it's real. And I'm like, it's AI. It's AI.
Yeah. Keith, I just sent you the best use of AI I've had to date on your phone, but I can't share it with the general public. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
AI helps me to be less blunt with my work emails. They also come across better. I don't understand why we can't just say how it is.
I'll give you one tip. I don't know which one you're using, but I've started using Claude and it sounds far more human. It's better than GPT. It is much better at GPT. It's much more human and nice sounding.
I was having issues with ChatGPT, and I had to go in and put a load of prompts and settings in to get it back to where it was useful.
Have a look at Claude.
It made the thing. It goes. It's like kind of it may be more accurate, or maybe more accurate now, but it's less usable. And I'm like, no, you're not even accurate. Yeah, it does write things way more chill than I do. I use that for. I do use it to write emails when I'm sitting. I want to be. I've sat there on a Teams call and I've gone, let me write an email. Why are you being a cunt? Could you please furnish me with the following information? And it's I make this sound polite and professional, and it does it. And I've done that in front of people and I've gone, this is the perfect use of AI. Echo, hello Echo. Not you.
Never change your name. Never.
Every fucking time. What are they doing to a sequel to a bomb of a movie? I don't know. Mick 2's lots of those too. I don't know. Oh, for fuck's sake. Lol. I have no idea. Podcast listeners, you're going to have to look at the YouTube video for that one.
It's very manly.
Yeah. Couldn't resist. It was fucking brilliant. It's like kind of, oh God, do you want to hear something funny? No, actually, I'll tell you after, because this is me bitching about work, and it is to do with AI.
Do it on your phone. You can do it on your phone.
Right. It's trailer time. So, this is our first trailer. I was going to show this last week, but I'm glad.
Can I just say something before we do this? Right. I picked another trailer this week, and I just wanted to say, we were going to show this trailer, and I was going to say I'm really looking forward to this, and this looks awesome. But you know what? I'm not going to say this. I'm going to say, fuck you, Amazon. There we go.
Yeah. Amazon have been blocking us occasionally worldwide. So I will never show an Amazon trailer until whatever they're doing disappears.
And it's really annoying because the trailer was quite good, and I'm looking forward to the series, but I'm not giving it airtime today because fuck you, Amazon.
The last time I showed their trailer, we got our podcast blocked worldwide.
Did you watch the trailer?
No, I didn't watch the trailer.
Watch the trailer.
I mean, you can watch it. We can watch it after. Yeah, what we could do is we could watch it without showing anyone the trailer and just react, which would be really shit. Because you're not going to hear anything going on or see anything going on, but me and you'd be watching a trailer.
It's got me excited. I have to say, actually, I'm really looking forward to it. I genuinely am looking forward to it. But I'm not going to give it airtime because fuck you, Amazon. Now you can play.
Here we go. First trailer. I need to turn the sound on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got good news, y'all. Gathered here are the world's best fighters.
I won't deny it. I'm a street fighter.
I don't know if I'm going to get a fucking copyright claim or strike or anything on this for this, but okay.
But only one of which will be crowned the world champion of street fighting. You win. Perfect.
You're not a warrior anymore, you're a sideshow.
So it's from MTV. MTV's associated with Paramount. Who's the guy at Paramount that writes everything on Paramount? Taylor Sheridan, is it?
Yeah.
Just check. I'm going to check to see if Taylor Sheridan wrote this. I'm just saying. Because he seems to fucking do everything on that.
I'm Ken Masters.
This is your shot at redemption.
Does this seem a little familiar? It seems very familiar.
Who are you gonna show?
The path I'm on now is not one of combat.
Maybe it's Ken's turn to be champion.
fucking music. It's I'm surprising he's not sitting there going, "Oi, cunt," because it seems very Johnny Cage.
Yeah, but those games were similar.
No, not really. They weren't. One was more. It was very frenetic, shall we say?
This is set on Earth, though, in a kind of futuristic world.
I'm paid to find champions.
I have to fucking keep doing it because it's hey.
Even if they're lost.
25 years of my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope.
Good to see you, old friend. Still reckless.
I said, hey, what's going on?
Sit down. This tournament is not what it seems. We have to be ready.
Everyone keeps going on about your thighs. What's going on? I don't see what the big deal is. What's going on? Bitch, please.
That was some abracadabra shit.
Oh, what's going on?
Seems very cartoony.
Yeah. But the game was a bit more cartoony than the other one.
I'm positive that a fireball came out of Ryu.
Do it, Ryu!
Okay. I quite like that trailer.
Oh look, there's a trailer there that we can't watch.
Oh no, don't tell them what it is, because fuck you, Amazon.
Yeah, it is a dose of fuck you, Amazon. So it looks funny. It looks cartoony. It looks like they kind of paid attention to the source material, maybe more through the visuals more than anything else.
Because the original film had Tim Curry and Kylie Minogue in it, didn't it?
No, it had Kylie Minogue in it, at Raul Julio.
Oh, that was it.
Ben Kingsley.
Yes,
Ben
it
fucking
did.
Kingsley. How the fuck did you get Ben Kingsley in that? Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yes, that was it.
You know why Jean-Claude Van Damme was in that film, don't you?
Why?
Because he was supposed to be in Mortal Kombat, but he wouldn't, because there was a thing about him, you know, not being real, and it's fighting thing not being real, and that, and they were going to say, no, it's all real, and he wouldn't do the Mortal Kombat thing, and that's why they invented the Johnny Cage character, because Johnny Cage is Jean-Claude Van Damme, yeah, and yeah, my favorite bit in that original Street Fighter movie is where you got the bad guys, they're all in this big tent, and outside the big tent, Ken and Ryu have loaded a truck up with some bombs, and they're filming it, and they're doing it live feed into the tent. And the guy who plays Zangief turns around and goes, "Quick, change the channel to stop it from happening." Funniest bit in the entire film. Delivered flatly by me. I'll probably watch it.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be
well.
any good. I don't think it'll be any good, but I'm gonna watch it.
It looks entertaining.
If it looks because if it is dumb entertainment, I can accept dumb entertainment. I really can accept dumb entertainment. I'm not scared of dumb entertainment.
We might have to see if there's because there is something coming out at the end. I think it's Mandalorian Grogu that's coming out that we'll probably have to vlog and go and see. But I still think we should do Devil Wears Prada 2 for a laugh.
I don't know if it'll be on at the cinema.
Fair enough.
If it's on at the cinema, then we do it. Okay. One more. I have not watched this trailer.
Neither have I.
But I can tell you one thing. Apparently, it's got suspenseful music. I love that. watch Dark, the German science fiction thing, with
That's
the
suspenseful
subtitles on
music.
it gets those suspenseful music. It goes ominous music, and it goes even more ominous music. Let's see what this is like.
Well, it's a trailer.
It is a trailer. Tells me fuck all in the grand scheme of things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't give me much in the feels department, but my brain's going. It's just going to be like Penguin. That's what my brain's saying. The Penguin, technically, has probably bought that a bit more goodwill than it should have.
The Penguin was good. I'm not sure they can do that again. That's the Penguin was good, but that trailer didn't set me alight. What did you think?
I was expecting more, I'll be honest with you.
Mario Van Peebles.
I think he was in the original Street Fighter film. I can't remember. So yes, that's one of those things. Right, time to talk about reviews. Let's talk about The Boys.
Yeah. Daredevil. So Homelander wants to be Jesus. And yeah, they all start fighting each other. Frenchie split up from now annoying Kimiko.
So ever since she started talking, and she's such a bitch now. It's like, oh, it's like Frenchie, you're really kind of you're quite a chaotic person. It's like, yeah, he's a chaotic person. He's genius at the same time, fucking too. Yeah, because he managed to pick up Matey's virus thing, and he's figured out how to, replicate it. But at the same time too, it's like kind of your personality sucks. I'm sorry. You've got a really sucky personality. I know why they've done it, because they think they're being clever and they think they're being edgy and they think they're this, that, and the other. They're not fucking going anywhere with it. So the Kimiko character's taken a big fucking dump. Soldier Boy, again, the most interesting person in the thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Gets to the Vought thing. He's going there to stop Homelander from getting the classic Vought version 1 serum, because he doesn't want him. He thinks he's a dick. Yeah, and it's weird because we're kind of aligned with him too. The downside is when Homelander's gone, we're gonna have to deal with fucking Soldier Boy because he's still a dick. The whole subplot with Homelander thinking he's Jesus, I don't get that.
I get why he's had enough of it, because the Homelander character has just become boring. He's boring. They're trying to be edgy with it, and oh look, he likes breast milk. Oh, he's really perverted, but not in that kind of way. And it's just like, okay, we saw that last season. We saw that the season before. We saw that the season before. Change the fucking record. And now he thinks he's the damn Messiah. Oh God, because no one saw that coming.
Do you know what one of the most interesting things he did, but he didn't do? It was the bit where he's with the crowd, and you think he lasers an entire fucking crowd's worth of people. If you'd have done that this season, we would have gone, oh, that's interesting. Because he dreamt about it, and he's actually fucking doing it. Maybe he's becoming more unhinged, because that would indicate that he's becoming more unhinged. Yeah? If he'd have had, you know, the Deep and Noir lock all these people in a room, and then he just laser the fuck out of them, and then burn the building down. Yes, there's no fucking evidence. That would have seemed unhinged, supervillain-esque thing to do, but no, we've not got that. He did get, you know, he did get put into the cell with uranium, which clearly affects his powers. So there's another way of taking him out, yeah, which they're not necessarily explored. The bit where they find out that the spores is driving everyone crazy, causing them to kill one another. That was interesting. That poor actress who played Starlight has ruined her fucking face. And I know it's because they showed a picture from like season 1 in the cuttings, and you look at her face and you went, God, she was actually quite pretty, and now she looks like generic Hollywood actress.
I know that she's meant to have some kind of disease, because apparently she couldn't walk at the end of filming this. So she does suffer from something, but I think she has had cosmetic surgery for the sake of cosmetic surgery.
Yeah.
The episode where, I mean, this week's episode was marginally more interesting because of where they went, but again, it was the old trope of, oh, we're turning on each other kind of thing, and I've seen that before. It was more interesting that Soldier Boy managed to lock Homelander away, which makes me think the Soldier Boy is going to end up killing Homelander. But I think Huey's going to die, or Starlight's going to die. Or both of them. One of them is.
Yeah.
Because they're saying it's going to be a really sad ending. I mean, I think they already know that the ending's shit, and they're trying to down temper people's expectations. Unlike, you know, Stranger Things. And, oh, let's release a cartoon with the same characters, but not get the actors to play the voices. And then have an actress going, well, my version of 11 is different. Anyway, just a little side note. But
okay, it's you know, you sit there and it's, yeah, certain things are fucking unbelievable. Yeah, it's I don't
go on.
When it comes to the Blues, I'm annoyed because they did it with fucking Preacher too, where they kind of started off really well and then just fucked it going forward.
With what?
Preacher.
Oh yes,
yeah. You got the character. You got there's a character in there who's pretty good, but it's I don't know. I really don't know, because it's just there was a really good fucking story in there. Yeah, there's a really good story there, and it kind of goes all over the world, and and Homelander is like a massive dick. Yeah. But there is a point where there's certain things that him being an arsehole is not the same as him being evil, if that makes any sense. Yeah. In the comic book, he's arsehole and he does a few evil things here. Yeah. But Black Noir pretending to him does proper evil shit and makes him think that he's done it, and he thinks he's going crazy because Black Noir's there to keep him in check. And they missed that as a fucking opportunity. It drives me nuts because it's like the best bit. The whole point is the whole fucking point of that story. Yeah, yep. It's like that it was coming from the house all along.
Yep, no, I totally agree. I actually, I mean, as I said earlier, I preferred this week's episode of Daredevil, to be honest, because at least there was something of the old Daredevil there when he has the showdown with the Kingpin. And their reluctance to fight each other, but you know, the Kingpin, because of his grief, goes at it. Karen Page sort of like wanting to kill the Kingpin and having a go at Matt for like not killing people, and she's kind of right. Every time you don't kill someone, they end up hurting us. You didn't kill Bullseye, and he killed Foggy. Well, it's kind of right. She's kind of right. She's kind of right. And I mean, she gets sort of captured at the end of the episode. Spoiler. But actually, I mean, Jessica Jones was less annoying in this and somewhat interesting, actually. And the fact that her powers she keeps losing her powers all of a sudden in the middle of a fight. But I mean, the opening of the episode with the daughter walking around with a grenade, and then Jessica going, "That's not a toy, mummy."
That pissed me off because there's like a 4 to 6 second timer on a grenade, not a minute and a half.
True.
Yeah.
True.
It would have been.
I was wondering when it was going to go off, but
I would have loved it if you'd have seen it in her hand and and all of a sudden it goes off. Yeah, and then you think, oh my god, they've killed the kid, and then you just hear a giggle because she can't get blown up because she's got superpowers, and it tickled her for all intents. I would have loved that. That would have been quite a little thing. Just like kind of the grenade goes off. It's destroyed the kitchen. We've got to get a new fucking kitchen in. But
I mean, they are clearly gearing up for a Defenders. Another Defenders team up. I mean, they've hinted at Luke Cage now, and we know that they were on set. We know that they're bringing him back for season 3. I can't believe Daredevil's getting season 3, but there we go. But I think they've got to finish the Kingpin as mayor thing. So I think they're going to do that in the very near future. I think that's how this season will finish up. But I preferred it this week. I wasn't as bored watching it this week than I have been. But I'm, as I said, I'm still sort of like enjoying Apple TV at the moment. The stuff on Apple TV has been great. And I'm kind of enjoying it. Apple TV at the moment has got some good stuff. Monarch, really good. They've brought back Peter Capaldi's thing as you remember where he was the dodgy detective in London.
Oh, I kind of watched that. It was, I didn't get on with that.
I thought he's quite good in that. So that's back, and that second episode was really quite good. The first episode of that was interesting, kind of a cliffhanger. For All Mankind is great. Your Friends and Neighbours, which is the thing with John Hamm, that's generally been quite watchable.
The only thing I've known for that is that fucking meme. The club meme. Have you seen the club meme with John Hamm, where everyone keeps doing that? Yeah.
No.
If you never, I'll have to send you some of them. If you've not seen those memes, they're fucking emojis because you're in Thailand.
I mean, as I said, Apple TV's got some good stuff on it at the moment, and Monarch has been quite good. We had, as I said last week, we had a full-on like kaiju battle with Godzilla Smash. And then, Kong's been putting in a few appearances. We're back on Skull Island again. And the in many ways, it's better than the Godzilla films because it has like an emotional backing to it. And the story of the characters is pretty good, but you still get kaiju smashing the shit out of each other. Please don't fuck up Godzilla Minus Zero. Please be a good movie. Please be a good movie. It would be so cool if that was out in May. We could have gone and seen that. It would be.
Sorry, it's not. Yeah, that would have been a great one for us. Something nice for us to kind of go, oh, cool. We're going to watch some shit films together. I'm going to check to see if any rewinds are on. So we've got like old films that we go back and watch.
Top Gun,
I think might be on. What's the original?
No, it is on. I know Top Gun's coming out. Because
Yeah, but it has to be at my local cinema, like with the nice chairs. Otherwise, we go to my not so local cinema with the not so nice chairs. Even when I
could
pay
go
for
to the Everyman in Isha if it's playing, because the Everyman in Isha has got booze.
Just the one in Walton.
So, yeah, it's not as big. The one in Isha tends to have more films on. There used to be a really good Thai fusion restaurant across the road from there. Really good, actually.
Thai fusion. What's that? Nuclear fusion. Thai nuclear fusion.
But no, we'll have to do that. But I mean, as I said, Apple TV's worth it at the moment. If you get a new iPhone or something, you get 3 months subscription. Apple TV's worth it at the moment. I'm quite enjoying some of the stuff on Apple TV, as I said. And they've just released a trailer for Star City, which looks kind of interesting, actually.
What is Star City?
Star City is the spin-off from For All Mankind, but from the Russian perspective.
Oh, okay.
So it goes back to the beginnings again, but this time from the Russian perspective. And that's quite interesting, what they've done with that. But yes, I think I'm kind of enjoying For All Mankind as well. It follows characters die, characters disappear, but yeah, it's been quite good.
Okay. I need to. I might say everything off there. I need to watch something good. I'm literally like 3 episodes away from the finishing of Battlestar Galactica. That's been keeping me company for a good while, and I need something nice to watch after. So I'm thinking maybe Godzilla. Godzilla might be good. Oh yeah.
And Monarch Season 2 hasn't been too bad. It hasn't been too bad. It's been watchable.
Okay.
It's watchable. It's entertaining. Put it that way. I don't have anything like really sort of negative to say about it. I am looking forward to that thing that we were going to watch if Amazon weren't such arseholes and blocking us. I did actually really enjoy that trailer. And I am actually quite excited about it.
It's not like if I remove the sound from the trailer, they still block us.
I know.
I think we're still blocked. I think we're still blocked on one of our podcasts because of that. I have to go and check. I asked YouTube just to cut the segment out. Full stop. Get rid of it. But it's Amazon dicks. Massive.
And we were saying nice things about it when we watched it, and I was saying I'm really excited about it. And I was going to say that again. In fact, I was going to say, I really like this trailer. I hope it's as good as it looks, because it might be quite cool. Nick Cage overacting and so forth and things. But I'm not giving you airtime, so fuck you, Amazon. And your stupid Jeff Bezos rocket. Can't even get that up properly, Jeff. Boom. You might need to give that second stage a little blue pill there, yeah?
Yes. On that note, I think it's time we say goodbye. You will be live in the Gaming Face Punch International Headquarters next time, won't you?
I will be, yes.
It's the first time I've seen you in years. I think I'm going to film a little skit and I'll send it to you so you can watch it on the aircraft.
7 years.
And I'll use that as the interest. 7 years. I thought it was 6.
No,
okay, 7.
Yeah.
Good. You're gonna have a massive surprise when you see Dexter. You'll be like, kind of.
Well, no, he's fucking taller than me. He's taller than me. It is 7 years and 1 month. I came back in March 2019, and that was the last time. And they got me on a fucking narrow body flight for 6 hours 40 minutes. Narrow body. I can't walk.
They're gonna make you sit in the middle.
No, they're not. I've got business, baby.
They're gonna look at you and go,
there is no middle. It's a narrow body. It's on either side. They keep trying to get me to upgrade to first for 480 quid. I'm not doing it for 480 quid.
Not on that kind of
the first is basically a slightly bigger business on this one, and the food's like a bit better. The champagne's like 100 quid instead of like 60. Anyway,
saying that, when you're here, I have to disappear off. I'm going to disappear off for a couple of days. Yeah, I don't get to fly. I don't get to fly business, but I do get to spend longer going through customs than I did flying to my location.
VIP, of course I'm flying business. Of course, I wouldn't fly. You didn't see me in that pauper class. I am very lucky to be flying business, but yes, I am. But that is because they expect me in the office the next morning at 9 o'clock after a 16.5-hour flight. So damn right I'm flying business.
Oh, you're going to be like, okay, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, I've got to attend a management review meeting at 9 o'clock the following morning. I land at 7:20 in the evening. I'm literally going to fall into bed, and I go, oh, fuck it. Anyway, yes, so damn right. I've got a plan. I'm just going to sleep the first part of the flight.
Anyway, it's goodbye from me, and
goodbye from me, and I will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Yeah, for a very different podcast.